Local Memphis Live. The Stax Vision of Soul exhibit is underway at the Stax Museum right now.
Stax is such a cool place.
It is.
It's contemporary works of art inspired by Stax record songs. Jeff Collett is standing by at the Stax Museum in South Memphis to show us what you can expect. Good morning, Jeff. Tell us a little bit about this exhibit.
Good morning to everybody. This is a brand new exhibition for us. It opened a week ago Friday. Like you said, it's called Stax Visions of Soul. And it's the first contemporary art exhibit that we've done here at the Stax Museum in a number of years. And it's 16 artists from around the country, including 4 here from Memphis. Frank D. Robinson Jr. here on my right did this really great piece featuring Albert King's Born Under a Bad Sign, recorded in 1967. And this is all from found objects, bottle caps, can lids, all kinds of other things. So it's really a kind of a cool piece using what we would consider leftover stuff. And what's really the great part about this exhibit is it really highlights the socially conscious songs in the Stax in the Stax catalog, focusing on issues of social injustice, racism, poverty, that type of thing. And two of my favorite pieces here is this one right here with Isaac Hayes, this really great stained glass piece by Joseph Cavalieri, who's another New York artist, highlighting some of Isaac's something Isaac is known for, which are his car collection, and of course his iconic Black Moses record album that came out in the early 1970s. And then one of my favorite pieces here is this piece by Fernando Carpeneta, who's also from New York City. And this is a piece called Don't Hit Me No More, which is based on a song by Mabel John, who was the first female artist signed to Motown Records. She was a member of the Raelettes with Ray Charles, and she recorded this for Stax in 1967. She was with the label for a very short period of time. And this song was in response to a domestic violence and sort of a woman's side of the domestic violence, the problems of domestic violence, which is very rare for that time period. 1967, it was almost taboo for women to speak out against something like that. And again, the piece is called Don't Hit Me No More, has very poignant lyrics. It was actually written by a friend of hers who was having some issues with domestic violence and in his relationship, and wanted to use his songwriting and use this song as a way to sort of to make amends, but also to stop other people from doing such things. So.
How did the idea come about to combine the artwork with songs from Stax artists?
Yeah, I mean, it's really visual art and songs and music really go hand in hand. I mean, it's something I think that music always responds to what's happening in the world around us, responds to politics, or or responds to social injustice. And the visual art world's very similar. You know, artists are constantly absorbing what's happening out in the world, and I think music is just one of those things that they tend to respond to. This is a really great piece here called Melting Pop, which is this is Booker T and the MGs, the famous rhythm section here at Stax. And this is all made from sort of reclaimed vinyl records, including the 45s of Melting Pot. Right there you can see the Stax label in a couple of those different places too. So a lot of different media here. We have sculpture, we have painting, we have sort of mixed media. We have a really great piece over here by Bo McCall, another New York artist, that's completely made out of buttons and looks like the insert on a 45 that you would use to play a 45 RPM record, which some of the younger people watching out there might not know what it is, but for folks from a different generation, that's certainly one of those ubiquitous daily things that they use to listen to music in their homes.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the Stax Museum in general, about where you're located and the history behind it.
We are located on the corner of College and McLemore, on the same ground that the old Stax Records studio stood from about 1960 with the old Capitol Theater until eventually the company went out of business in 1975. The building itself was torn down in 1979, but this was rebuilt new in the early 2000s. We are open Tuesday to Saturday from 10 to 5, and Sundays from noon to 5. And then for Shelby County residents, we are absolutely free from 1 to 5 on Tuesday afternoon. So I hope all the folks watching and listening out there in Shelby County come and pay us a visit.
I love this Visions of Soul exhibit that you guys have going on at Stax right now. How long will this exhibit last?
This exhibit will be up to the end of the year. It opened, like I said, it opened this past Friday, or a week ago Friday on July 17th, and it's a really great show. We've gotten some great response. The arts community here in Memphis has responded very strongly to it. Our out-of-town guests love it as well, and we've really gotten a lot of good feedback, which is great for us.
Well, thanks for taking us live into the exhibit this morning. Thanks, Jeff. Coming up later, we will check back in with the Stax Museum there to see their Studio A, the recreation of the famed Stax recording studio.
And of course, for more information, just head to our website at localmemphis.com and click on the green Find It button. I didn't even realize that piece of art had records in it.
I know, until he said it. It was hard to see. That was so cool.
Well, studying abroad can help your child gain a fresh perspective on different cultures. One Step Initiative is here to explain how they are working to give more Mid-South students the opportunity.
Great opportunity. But first, makeup artist Tasha Cox is here to teach us how to apply flawless makeup for a radiant complexion just in time for fall. It's exciting. That's after the break. We'll be right back.